What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some games from last night's NBA action and just some of the key points that I saw, some of the key, most important games of the night, top performances of the night, and just things that really, stood out to me during last night's basketball game. So let's get right into the content. So the first game I really want to highlight for you guys today is Warriors versus Hornets. That happened last night. It was a pretty tightly contested game throughout the whole game pretty much, or throughout the first half. And then the Warriors really started to pull ahead in the second half. That's when the lead started to grow, and the Warriors ended up with a 114-92 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Warriors starting off the season 6-1, looking really scary. Without Klay Thompson, mind you, without Klay Thompson, I don't know if you guys saw, but Klay was warming up in full uniform. So that just tells you like he's almost back. He's almost ready to get back on that court, and it's gonna be scary for the league if the Warriors are gonna be this good without him. And then when he comes back, it's going to be on a whole different level because we know what Klay brings to the game. So Hornets, after this loss, they're 5-4 to start off the year. Started off very hot. They've picked up some losses the past few games, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. But I really want to highlight the Warriors for this game because this game, it wasn't, those normal players putting up the points for them. Steph did his thing, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Solid game. Draymond Green, 5 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Did his thing on the defensive end. With Draymond, he's not the greatest offensive player. He could still get it done on the offensive end of the court, but defense is really where he does his thing, and another great defensive performance from him last night. Really, made a lot of hustle plays. Andrew Wiggins, 14, 6, and 3. So, their main scoring options weren't the ones really putting up those points, really standing out. They weren't the standout performers, their main stars. The guys that I really want to give their flowers to for this game: Jordan Poole, Damian Lee, and Gary Payton II. Phew. Let's start off with Jordan Poole, man. What a game for Jordan Poole. Ridiculous game. 31 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals. 4 steals for Jordan Poole last night. Shot 7 for 16 from 3. Made 7 threes last night. That's ridiculous. Looking like Steph out there. Hey, I said it in the previous video. Jordan Poole looking to have a breakout year. It could be the splash trio. No cap. It could be the splash trio. It could be Steph, Klay, and Jordan Poole. It might not be the Splash Brothers anymore. It might be the Splash Trio. The way Jordan Poole's been playing. He's been playing crazy. So, great game for him. Really he was the biggest performer for the Warriors last night. The biggest reason why they won that game was just amazing. Shot the lights out. Shot 11 for 21 from the field, which is pretty decent, pretty good. Just over 50% field goal percentage. So, really great game for him. And then some guys on the bench as well had really big games. Damian Lee and Gary Payton II. Damian Lee, 15 points, 4 rebounds, shot 3 for 4 from 3. Really great game from him, did his thing, played some good defense, just really did well off the bench, came into the game and just put up, really just made an impact on the game and did what he had to do. I'm a big believer in the NBA. You don't need to be the star every single night. Like, a player doesn't need to be the star every single night. The player just needs to fit his role. And if you're the best at your role, you're going to be a successful NBA player. And Damian Lee is looking very exceptional in his role to start off the season. Had a great game last night off the bench. So if he can keep on doing his thing, putting up points, giving it all when he's in the game, coming in off the bench, he's going to, do some big things for this Warriors team. He's going to really contribute. And then Gary Payton II, son of Gary Payton, the legend. Gary Payton, the glove. Gary Payton, 3 steals last night, looking like his dad. He was looking like his dad out there last night with those 3 steals. But he also put up 14 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist as well. So another guy, like Damian Lee, came in off the bench, did what he had to do, fit his role, and really contributed to the game, and big reason why they were able to win. So really great game for the Warriors. Was really happy to see, we know Steph will do his thing. We know Draymond's going to do his thing. We know Andrew Wiggins will do his thing. But when you have your young players, the guys that don't get all the spotlight, the guys off the bench, like when they do their thing, when they really, just ball out, just go crazy, you're doing something right, your team's rolling, and I just can't wait to see Klay Thompson come back, because Stephen A said he's predicting the Warriors to win the NBA Finals. He is, and I'm not going to go that far and say that I'm going to pick them to win the chip, because still early on, but hey, I'm liking their chances right now, just by the way they've been playing to start off the year, and then also adding a guy like Klay Thompson, having him come back, really just makes me really intrigued about this team. And if I were to pick a team to win the NBA Finals right now, it would be the Warriors. But I am not gonna, go out on a limb and say guaranteed they're winning it. So that's just, my take on what's been going on with the Warriors. Another game that I really want to highlight for you guys is Sixers and Bulls. The Sixers, man, they've been looking pretty good. They've been looking pretty good without Ben Simmons on that court. Starting off the season 6-2. Chicago, after this game, came out with their second loss of the year, so they're 6-2 as well. Philly beat the Bulls 103-98, so pretty close victory for the Sixers. They were able to grind it out. DeMar DeRozan, unbelievable game for the Bulls, 37, 10, and 1. Man, 37 points, that's crazy. Well, that's not crazy. DeMar's a big star in this league. So 37 points, it's not normal for him, but it's not a surprise when you see guys like him scoring, in big bunches like that. But just a great game from him. Really played well. Zach LaVine, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He had Lonzo Ball had 4 turnovers, sorry. But just a good game for the duo of LaVine and DeRozan. Those guys both played very well. Lonzo Ball had a pretty decent game, 13, 5, and 5, along with 3 steals and 1 block. Oh yeah, LaVine also had 5 turnovers too, so LaVine turned the ball over a decent amount, and then Ball also turned it over 5 times too. So, Ball still had a pretty decent game. 5 turnovers isn't going to cut it though. But I feel like the part where the Sixers really shut down the Bulls is their forwards, their bigs. Vucevic, 4 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and then JaMychal Green, 4 points, 7 rebounds. So the Sixers just really dominated them in the paint, really shut down their big men, and that's kind of expected because when you have players like Embiid and Drummond in the interior, you know you're gonna do some damage. You know you're really gonna shut down the opponents. Points in the paint. You're really going to shut down their big men, and that's what they did. Embiid had a pretty good game, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, almost had a triple-double. Seth Curry, really good game, 22, 5, and 3, along with a steal. So Seth was a really big contributor for the Sixers last night, was a big reason they won that game. Other solid performances from Tyrese Maxey and Korkmaz, and then Matisse Thybulle I see him as an all-NBA, first-team all-defensive player this season. He's just so talented on the defensive end of the court. In college at University of Washington, won the Defensive Player of the Year in his conference. So really great defensive player. I expect him to be in the Defensive Player of the Year running this year. Just a really, really, really great player. Love watching him play defense. He's just so scrappy. So it's been nice to see him play defense since he's gotten into the league. Great game from him last night. But another solid performance from the Sixers, Georges Niang. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist off the bench. So he had a really solid game. Really, 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 big contributions from him coming off the bench. So solid game all around for the Sixers. Their stars did their thing along with their role players. And, man, the Sixers are starting off the season really well. The one thing that I'll say about the Sixers that I really want to touch on for this video, especially with everything going on, surrounding Ben Simmons and a lot of the drama, is it seems like the Sixers play better when they're under a lot of adversity. They play better when they're, when there's a lot of, drama going on around the team and they're getting a lot of, doubts. People don't really think they're for real. Whenever they're getting a lot of attention, bad attention, a lot of adversity, they always turn it up, and they've been starting the season off really well. So, yeah, guys, those are a couple of the games from last night that I really wanted to share with you guys, share my input on those games. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and click on the video on your screen right now. That's my previous video, so go click on that video and watch that right now. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.